Okay, got it. All right, thank you. Apparently the sound does not come back on after that little short ditty. Hope you guys like that one. I included Arnie in it, and I hope you guys are all doing really, really well. Thank you for letting me know. It's Monday morning. I hope you guys are kind of making it through. I don't know that chart that kind of shows you the resonance chart, just showing you that there's all kinds of wild energies that are going on. So we on Saturday's show we were talking about that, about the energies, right, and how everybody was feeling and so on and so forth. And I'm like, I'm doing great. I'm just doing really fine. And guess what? I could not sleep last night. My dogs couldn't sleep. It was crazy. Sky was beautiful in the middle of the night. Um, no lights on, looking up into the sky. Can see where the planets are lining up and whatnot. But I thought my one dog either was picking up my vibration or I was picking up hers. It's a golden retriever. And I thought she just had to keep going out. But every time I said, "You want to go out?" she did. So I was up every 2 hours on the hour, if you will. But it was crazy. Thank you, Sam. Hey, Sam, how are you doing? Long time no see for you. Also, Connie is in the house. Connie, how are you doing? I found the sound. Usually my sound would kick back in after my little intro video, but apparently it's not doing that anymore. I had changed it because of the fact that I wanted Arnie's picture in there along with Joey G. I hope you guys are enjoying. If you could just give me your comments, feedback, if you're really liking the chemistry of the guys. I know I am. And it's really cool. Having all these wonderful people on the show as I have for the last 5, 6 years. I don't even know how long I've been doing this, to tell you the truth. But yeah, it's all really good. Let me say hello to anyone that's out on Rumble. I don't know if I'm out there. I always say that I'm not, and then all of a sudden I'll go out and I'll look and I'm like, oh, there's my show after I uploaded it again. That's why you guys might see duplicates out on Rumble. So and I'm going to talk a little bit about the Rumble channel out there, but yeah, it's just all kind of crazy out there. Um, and So I kind of wanted to come on here, first of all, let you know that we do our Saturday night shows. It's going to be on Friday night, same time, whatever it is I do, 4 o'clock Central, 5 o'clock, I think. But tomorrow we're doing a watch party. And the reason for that is, let me just kind of share this with you again, is tomorrow night will be big, and he's going to tell it like it is. This is coming from Donald Trump himself. And we were kind of chatting among ourselves. The TTP team is what I'm going to call it now, with the guys, and we just kind of know where it's going to go. But we thought that we would talk about it an hour earlier before Trump comes on, and then in between talk about it, as a watch party. So please consider joining us if you can tomorrow night. It's going to be 9 o'clock, I think, Eastern time. So at 8 o'clock Central time for Trump. So we'll be on an hour ahead of that. So just want to let everyone know. Connie's giving me some feedback. I'd love to hear this from you guys. Connie is saying, love the guys, Paul, Arnie, and Joey G. Oh, and me. Yeah, because Saturday is our birthday, Connie, and I'm going to be out celebrating with my husband down at the wharf. Not quite sure what we've got in mind, but I just kind of want to make a big celebration of for me. It's kind of a big one. I don't know. I always I don't I used to like celebrating my birthdays, but not as much anymore. The older you get, it's kind of like, yeah, maybe. But anyways, let's see here. March 4th. There you go. Dragonflies is 1789 as they handed off the power to the new constitutional government. And we're going to talk a little bit about that, Dragonfly, a little bit, because we're going to talk a lot more tomorrow night with the guys. And if anybody else, if you've been watching the shows with the guys, let me know what you think. I thought I'd just come on here. It seems like it's all the girls out here, so I'm just having a girls' day. I love it. I want to say hello. I said hello to Dragonfly, and then there's Cheryl that's out there. Colleen, hey Colleen, how are you feeling? I hope you're feeling better today. And then we have Mary is out there. Says hi Janine. And yeah, it's a girls' day out here today. I love it. So let's see here. It is a big change because A lot of people out on Rumble are making the comments that I'm doing the show with the guys, and their energy, oh, it's just so uplifting, and so positive, and just very, very cool energy. So I hope you guys are picking that up as I am. And let's see what else we want to talk about. Again, there's just more of these posts out here of Trump tomorrow night. He's going to tell it like it is. Um, and let's see here. What else do I have? I had a bunch of stuff bookmarked. Um, let's see. Oh, this was a big story here. I guess I'm jumping into the news now. And I'm going to end it on a spirituality. I kind of liked last night, I did a little bit of a reading for Alley Cat, and I kind of missed it. I have not done any readings, and I'm not asking for anybody to contact me. I don't want anyone to pay for these readings, but it's really good for me to pick up. It was hard to do it with the guys, and Buck, bless his heart, he was trying to explain to me everything about Alley Cat. I don't want to know. I don't want to know about anybody out there when I'm doing the readings. I just want to get the energies and go with it. And I was cracking up at him. Buck has such a huge heart, and everyone that he interacts with, he feels his heart and loves him, and we love him, and I feel very blessed to have him part of this TTP team, and I hope you guys do too. So let's see. Before I get into this breaking story that is out here, and there's not a lot of information, but Benny Johnson, he always seems to get tip-offs on these stories. Yeah, and I don't know what he follows, but I've kind of followed him now. But President Trump will be announcing a massive $100 billion investment from a Taiwanese chip maker in the United States today. So if you guys recall the story I did with you, Alabama's building a 40-foot football field length aluminum plant for aluminum cycling, making parts with anything that requires aluminum in the cars. And then there's also a new story out here breaking that I will find it that there's a what car dealers no longer, because of the tariffs that are going to be put into place, they're going to start making cars here. So the steel is going to start coming back, and people don't quite understand what the tariffs are. Please do your research on there. Look it up. It doesn't take much, just do a search on it and find out it doesn't affect us. It affects the other people wanting to bring product into us. And rightfully so. That's what keeps our taxes down. We have to truly understand that. What else do we have out here? Mary has got a statement. It says, yes, Janine, love our Bucky Buckshot. Yeah, the guys are brilliant, and they're passionate, very, very passionate. I love all of their enthusiasm, and I can't wait to get to know Arnie a little bit more. But just starting out of the gate, Arnie's energy is beautiful. And I'm hopefully going to have him maybe do some more with his cards that he designs on his own. He seems to be very creative. I'm looking forward to that too. Let's see here. What else do we have here? Connie, she forced herself to stay awake until 9 p.m. last night and was out like a light. Yeah, I don't know, but it's kind of like I'm restless, but when I fall asleep, boy, I'm out. It's interesting how that is all working out for us, but we'll get the rest that is needed for us. All right, so and also too, in the other news here, a lot of people are starting to see why they played the soap opera in the White House a few nights ago. Obviously, it's starting to come out that Zelensky, the minerals really didn't belong to him. They belonged, I guess, if you think about the land between Ukraine and Russia and who owns what land, but it seems like most of the minerals was on the Russia side. And that's why Russia came back and said, you guys want minerals? We'll supply you with the minerals that you need. And so let's see, what else are they saying? So there's a lot that's going to be coming out about Ukraine. And again, if you know how Trump works, he puts you in the spotlight, turns the light on the cockroach, and however he has to play it out to show you, he will. And the TDS people don't understand it. They're thinking he's mean. He's picking on this little guy. Why are they doing that to him, right? And so on. But we're going to be getting more of the information as we go along with this. And then tomorrow night, we'll get a heck of a lot more. Let's see here. So there's other stories out there. I saw Zelensky on Fox News being interviewed, and I thought, oh my God. Also, too, Seattle, Oregon, I think parts of Utah, and maybe DC, we're all out there protesting for Ukraine. What these people don't know will hurt them. I hate to say that, and it'll hurt them emotionally when they do find out. This is no more money to Ukraine, the peace deal or bust. And this is where we're headed. Let's see what else we have out here. I'm trying to find the car dealer. I want to say it's Honda. I believe it was Honda's going to be making their cars here. I want Ford. I want Chevy. I want some cool looking cars to be made again. Um, I was watching some talk show where they were basically saying all the cars are interchangeable parts. Um, one year you'll get one. They all look the same basically. And I do believe what they did is they just basically decided to just use the same parts and stick a different logo and manufacturer's name on it, and boom, there you go. And then people buy it based upon the bells and the whistles, right? Let's see here. Mary has a statement. I think I'll read this here. Let me read ahead before I. Yeah. So she was talking about. She's Mary is basically in Spain, I believe. She says her sister is in Mannheim, Germany. She couldn't sleep because of the cold, and that was good. And because of her cold, and that was good. And there was something bad happening today in the city, and she might have been caught by that car overrunning people. She might have been caught. What do you mean by that? Did she get hit by that car, or? Uh, let's see here. She didn't go to work today. Thank goodness. Okay, she kind of continued another statement there. Wow, that's a real like the picture here. Yeah, let's see here. What else do we have here? Where's Bucky? Yeah, where is Bucky? Right? It's like, where's Waldo? All the guys will be back on Friday. And tomorrow night. Tomorrow night we're doing the watch party. Please bring your popcorn because it's going to be really interesting. There's going to be a lot more stuff that's going to be coming out about it. Also, too, I want to make a statement. I know that Elon Musk is doing really good with his AI, finding all the parts of the monies. Now they're actually finding a lot of money from our Social Security, believe it or not, has been going to Ukraine. They're going to send it wherever they can. And so all that information can be found on Elon. Has got a website out there. So if you're not believing what anybody's telling you, go out there. They're logging it. And this is a beautiful thing because I remember years back saying there should be something out there where if they're going to make a change in the government, we need to be able to be notified. And they're doing this now. And I thought, oh my God, this is so cool. And also, too, along with that, is that if they come up with a bill that's like 500 pages, Elon's going to have this thing run through his AI or whatever he does, and he's going to publicize it so that if all of us want to know what's in that bill and where the money's going, we'll be, and it'll be back onto us. It'll be up to us to decide. Whoa, wait a second. That's when we take a stance in any of this stuff here. So there you guys go. Yeah, definitely love the work that Elon is doing, but also keep in mind, he's not the one that's going to be able to determine the process, the bill, the law behind it. He's just bringing us the information. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I was out on X and people were saying, Elon, do this, Elon, do that. And I'm like, Elon has so much power. He does have the president's ear, but how much, I'm not really sure. Time will tell. Let's see here, and so this is about Congress. So we're going to find out a little bit more about Congress tomorrow night. It says I hope the House and the Senate were able to agree on making the tax cuts permanent. We'll see what's going on with that one. I have not been out on Elon's website, and I would give it to you, but I don't know it off the top of my head because I keep thinking about it. It's one of those things that I keep thinking about it, and every time I go to my computer, it's ADD kicks in, ADHD, whatever you want to call it. All right, let's see here. Colleen says, how about the fires in Myrtle Beach and more DOS attacks? There were more fires in was it North Carolina? But not one house burnt down. And there's somebody out here that I want to interview so badly. Um, and so, in any case, they were reporting that. I'm probably going to run across it while I'm scrolling through here. Let's see what we get here. So much about this guy here, and everybody's saying he's a distraction for us, and we need to really be paying attention for other things, like the children. Where's the bell? There's the bell. And I'm going to be doing a story on that, on more of the children in the near future. So as we start to formulate this TTPT, we already know that Joey G brings the goods, as Buck would say. And each one of us are going to find our place on bringing you guys the information and our forte of information. We all will be unique and different. So I hope you guys stay tuned, stay with us, continue to stay with us as we move forward in evolving. Let's see here. Here's one for you. When I was a kid, bedtime was 9 p.m. I couldn't wait to be a grown-up so that I can go to bed anytime I wanted to. Turns out I go to bed at 9 p.m. I wish I would go to bed at 9 p.m. Sometimes I go to bed earlier. And let's see what else we have. I was just still trying to find. Well, I'm going to leave these Q drops for the guys because they're the ones that seem to know it the best. So this is Q Mom, and I think this is I called her Flip Flops because that's all she wore in Washington D.C. I don't want to give away her other name because she goes by Q Mom on X, so I'm just going to stay with this. You guys can kind of figure out who it is. Put your Nancy Drew hat on. All right, so there's claims of child slavery emerges from scandal plague in the Chinese bargain app. Not going to say the one right here, but you guys can guess what it is. There's always something, you guys. Isn't it just mind-boggling that everything has a private agenda and none of it is very good? It's all that I could say. And this is where I want to go here. Let me blow this up for you guys to read. At home, it says we should spend less time worrying about Putin and more time worrying about the migrant rape gangs, drug lords, murderers, and people from the mental institutions entering our country so that we don't end up like Europe. Have you guys paid attention to Europe? Anybody out here from Europe? Have you guys seen what's happened in Germany? If not, take some time to go out there and take a look. We can't just always be in our own little shell of the United States of America. And we need to be able to understand what's happening in the rest of the world, because if we can get it done here, they're going to get it done over there. Seriously. And we need to take care of the children. All right, let's see here. So much stuff about America should be a democracy and not bureaucracy. Democracy and not bureaucracy. Elon made that statement on a talk show that he was on, and it was so fitting for it. But we're still going to have the bad, and I don't know how long that we'll still have the bad, but we got to be able to process what's good and what's bad, and see the nefarious private agendas behind everything and anything. And it's like the very first time I found out about Red Cross, right? How many of you guys know about Red Cross out there? Okay, let's see what else we have out here. I don't want to go through a whole bunch of the news out here. Let's see here. So just one more story I wanted to talk about. Ukraine canceled their own election. Their opposition was silenced and jailed. This is what they were, I feel, this is just my own opinion, what they were trying to do here was to cancel our election. There were so many truthers saying, you're not going to have to be able to vote. No election. Churches were shut down. Well, that sounds familiar. And government controlled the media. Bingo. Bingo. And that's basically what Libby Tulsa Gabbard is talking about here. And you could find her on Fox News, and I think this one might be a current story. I don't want to play it now, but this is coming from Charlie Kirk. Ukraine is essentially fighting for territory everyone knows will need to be split up in peace deals between Ukraine and Russia. No one wants to say that out loud, but this is always going to go off the ramps for a war. Prolonging the war will not change the outcome. Oh, yeah. So this is coming from Matt Von Swall. And I believe he's the one that was boots on the ground with North Carolina when it was all happening. He's got a huge channel now, and I do follow him, and I totally agree with what he's saying. All right, what else we have out there right now? Again, it just comes right back around. Tomorrow night will be big, and I will tell it. So if you guys actually think about various people that I've had on my channel, like Jack Landers, and he goes back into history and he tells you why and when, and I think who was it out here? Dragonfly actually said, what did she say here? Oh, here we go. She's talking about March 4th, 1789 is the day was handed off the power of the constitutional government. Yeah, so tomorrow's a big day for a lot of different things, and that's what we're going to talk about tomorrow night. Let's see what else we have here. I'm kind of done talking about Zelensky. We're going to hear so much more about him. Like I said, he was, this was all set up. The soap opera was set up on purpose. Okay, let me just go into a little bit of my bookmarks here and share with you some of the things that, okay, those are the stories that I wanted to print out there. So 76% of Americans back Doge, Elon Trump, in delivering results. Do you guys also? Because I know that I do. I like the results that he's bringing to the table. And then this is really interesting story out here. I'm not going to read it, but I'm just going to read some of the headlines for you guys. Democrat Senator Chris Murphy, the Gateway Pundit is reporting this, who met with Zelensky before the White House visit, confirms that the Ukrainian leader had already decided to torpedo Trump's mineral deal before meeting Trump. Well, like I said, everybody has a private agenda. And this was printed up in the Gateway Pundit if you guys want to go and see that story for yourself. So there you go. Let's see here. What is this? This is Zelensky after Trump let him know the war is going to end. I'm seeing this all over. I'm sure you guys have seen this one also. Let me start this over, and here we go. You cannot have the money. You cannot have the money. Colleen has a statement by saying it's time to expose what actually has been going on in Ukraine, and the timing is perfect right now. We were kind of talking about a couple of other things. Like I said, I don't want to give away too much for tomorrow night. It's going to be a lot of fun. Let's see here. I didn't, it's really interesting. So I'm just reading ahead here. To expose what's, yeah. So it's gone way too long, right, Colleen? That's basically what she's saying. There's so many people that don't understand the business behind Ukraine, and I don't even want to get into their head. I don't even want to understand what it is that they're confused about. Hopefully, this will. I hate to say this, but the information is coming out like it is a soap opera. It's coming out is in a way that people see it as so unprofessional. It's coming out in a way that it keeps you intrigued to want to know what is going on. And so this is, I think this is, I don't know why they're doing it this way. Maybe if they gave it to everybody, the information straight up, they still wouldn't get it. But they're getting it now, and I think they're going to get more of it later on. Yeah, Melissa's saying here, you don't always get what you want. Yeah. Okay, so let's see what else we have going on out here that for that little kid crying. And then there's more people that are actually talking about the abolishing of the taxes. Now, we also have to understand our Constitution, and are those taxes that they put upon us, are they legal? Have they been legal? I don't know. here's that one article I wanted to talk to you guys about. Honda to produce a Civic in Indiana, not Mexico, due to the U.S. tariffs. Honda, I guess, is a pretty good car. I had a Honda Pilot, the very first one they came out with. That thing was like a boat. It was made really, really well. Now they just kind of shrink them down, right? They keep making them smaller and smaller. United States has always had big vehicles. You go to other countries, they have much smaller cars. So we'll see. This is good news. This is really good news that they're going to start producing a lot more here in the United States. It means more jobs. Was watching a show about the housing market. They're basically saying it's still slow because all the immigrants who built the houses have left. And the inventory is very low on it, and the interest rates are still kind of high, considering what the prices are. So that is going to all change eventually. Somebody that doesn't want to go to college and likes to work with their hands, there's going to be so many of those type of trades available in this country again. Okay, what else do we have here? I think that's pretty much it. And I just wanted to say hello to you guys and, just let you know what the changes are that are coming up for this week. And I hope you're enjoying everything that we're providing to you. It'll be a lot of fun for tomorrow night. All right, you guys, take care. And, before I go, there's a channel out on X is called Save the Children in the U.S. And this is actually Ukraine faces constant bombing. And a lot of people don't know. Well, I don't know what people know or don't know, but making it unsafe for children to attend school. Many miss out on early education and force them online, and then they still want another war. This guy is this warmonger of the president of Ukraine. Doesn't care about the people. Doesn't care about the children. Doesn't care about anything but themselves. It sounds very familiar, right? We've already experienced it in our country. So please take the time out to pray for the children worldwide. Thank you guys, and see you soon. See you tomorrow night. Bye now.